Alright, so this is how I went from mowing the grass to owning a boat. Guys, I pulled out my lawnmower for the season and I couldn't get it to start. So I go and get it repaired. And about a week after that, I had to get my tiller fixed. Same issue. Well, I called the same guy who fixed my lawnmower and he told me it doesn't work on tillers. And he told me, he said if you keep in gas and stuff in there from the season before, it's gonna like gunk up the lines. So he diagnosed it over the phone, told me to go online, get the part, go on YouTube, and figure out how to fix it. So I did. Yeah, all it needed was a carburetor, and it was very cheap. I think I paid like $12 for it online, and then it was like an 8-minute video on YouTube, and I had it running. So after the rototiller was running, made me feel pretty good. I'm like, okay, you know what? This really wasn't that bad. So I decided to look on the internet, local Facebook marketplace, and then I got a little bit carried away with buying broken engines. And I've learned that the hardest part is really just identifying the problem, because replacing the actual part itself is not that big of a deal typically so far, from what I've experienced. So not pictured here are two other rototillers. I bought two other rototillers first, and they both just needed a carburetor. So I threw the carburetors on the rototillers, and they worked, and I'm like, okay, you know what, that really wasn't that bad. And I don't know what got to me, but I'm like, ooh, can I just like trade these? I mean, I was gonna sell them, but I'm like, can I just like trade them? And so I traded both of them for a motorcycle. Now, the motorcycle had no title, no keys, and had not been driven since 2000. And it still had a full tank of gas, or half tank, whatever, from 23 years ago. And so it was about, I don't know, like 11 o'clock at night, and I drove over an hour to pick up the motorcycle. When I get to this guy's house around midnight, this guy helps me load it into my cargo van. We checked the tillers, they worked, did the trade. Now I've got a buddy staying with me, and I get home at about 1:30 in the morning, and he's sitting on the front porch. He's like, dude, where'd you go? And I'm like, oh, I traded the rototillers. He said, for what? And then I'm like, come here. And so I opened the van. He said, how the heck did you get that thing in there? And it wasn't as bad as I thought. Thankfully, since the tires were flat on the motorcycle, it was pretty dang easy, and we didn't really have to worry about it like sliding back or forward on us. And so, I mean, it did smack me in the face at one point because it fell, but besides that, it was pretty smooth. And so him and I had to get it down at about 2 in the morning. We had to get it from the van and unload it. Well, there's the bike I got for a couple tillers. So I had the motorcycle for about 36 hours, and I was messaging people on Facebook Marketplace. I think I messaged 80 people to see if they wanted to trade just various different items for the motorcycle that I had. And I was hoping to find somebody who wanted a project bike, and I did. It's about 36 hours after I got home with the motorcycle, I went to go pick up the boat. Well, the boat had some issues, more so the trailer. And the guy told me, he said, hey, the boat is a 1/7/8 inch ball. And I'm like, I have no clue what that means, but I have a ball on my van. I've never towed anything before. So I get there, and he said, dude, your ball's a 2. And I'm like, does an 1/8 inch really matter? And he said, yeah, it matters. So I had to go get a new ball. And here is the boat that I traded it for. Went to go tow it, and had a flat, so I had to come back and get some new tires. Got the tires, and hopefully I can get this boat home today, clean it up, get some nice pictures, and trade it for the next thing. Got it home. Just gotta do some cleaning, about to power wash it. First time towing something, went pretty good. Just a little bit of time cleaning it. Look at that. It's so white on this side and so dirty. I mean, I do believe it sat outside for the last, like, I think, few years. The guy said the last time it was on the water was 2019. And look at that. I'm gonna have to get down there, get my shop vac out, get all the water out. Again, then I got to check on the sails. I still haven't checked on them yet. We'll see. Then hopefully I can get my pictures today and start trading it for the next thing. I had shop vac the water out, and I had gotten so many bucketfuls of water, and it was pretty tedious. And then I was just about done when I realized there's like a little drain back there, right? And I can't even tell you how much I had to shop vac out when really all I had to do, I guess, just jack it up and tilt the boat back so that way the water, there we go, I can hear it, the water just flows on back to the drain. But that's okay. Boat's good to go, and sails are all right. The guy told me that they were new. It did come with 2 sails. One of the sails had a hole in it. The other one actually looked like it was in pretty good condition. Man, this was so much easier. Yeah, and now I have a boat. So this is how I went from mowing my grass to owning a boat. Okay, found somebody to trade for the boat. I am on my way right now to go pick something else up for it.